Hey everybody, it's me, Nolan, and welcome to another video on this channel, Brobius. Very soon, I'm recording this on June 14th of 2019, so we're only about 9 days away from Sonic's 28th anniversary. Sonic has been around for 28 years. Man, you're kind of getting old, Sonic. You're almost the big 3-0. Sonic has been around for a long time, and I've only really been a fan for like maybe a decade now. I really got into Sonic when Sonic Generations came out. I was really excited for the game for whatever reason. I can't really remember. I was only like 10 or 11. And I had known about Sonic before because friends of mine liked Sonic, and I would go over to their house and sometimes we'd play Sonic games. And when I was first introduced to Sonic, I wasn't a big fan. And I think a lot of that had to do with whenever I would play Sonic with my friends at my friends' houses, we would always play like Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 and we'd do like the competition, you know, like the racing. And I would always suck because it was like my first exposure to Sonic in general, so I wasn't very good at first. Actually, I really never was when I would play with my friends, and so when I first was introduced to Sonic, I wasn't a huge fan. But that has changed with Generations and everything after. I've been pretty content with the series. Obviously, we had a couple missteps with like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Some people would argue the entire Boom franchise, but I disagree. I think the cartoon's really good. And let's see, what else was recent that really sucked? I mean, say what you will about Forces. I wasn't a huge fan of it, personally. I was a little disappointed with the game overall. You know, what you gonna do? Team Sonic Racing is good. Mania, obviously there's a lot of Mania stuff here. Mania is great. And just all the stuff, most of the stuff recently that's come out of the franchise has been pretty great. I'm glad I wasn't a fan of the series, you know, back in, let's say, 2006. Or even during the Dark Ages, which is referred to as like, you know, 2006 from like to like 2010. I'm glad I wasn't a fan then, because, you know, the franchise was definitely in disarray then, but it's a lot better now. So anyway, without going any further, talking about just the franchise in general, let's go over the, you know, the main point of this video, my top 5 favorite pieces of Sonic the Hedgehog merchandise, which evidently enough is all right here. So I'm gonna go over each individually, and these are in no particular order. I can't really put all these in an order because I like them all so much. Also, if you didn't already notice, these are all like classic themed, and that's just because classic Sonic is my favorite version of Sonic, and I like the era. I like the 90s version of Sonic more than I like the newer stuff. And that doesn't mean that I don't like modern Sonic. I like the adventure games and other things in that era, but I definitely prefer classic Sonic. I just like classic Sonic more. So hate me if you want, I don't care. I love classic Sonic, and you can't stop me from loving classic Sonic. Let's just pick this one. This is the, here, I'm gonna have to move the camera down. This is the Tomy Ultimate Classic Sonic figure. This came out like a year ago, and I only recently picked it up. I've been wanting it ever since it came out. It's amazing, it's super posable, and it looks great. It looks like classic Sonic, and it's definitely better than, I don't know, it's probably the best classic Sonic action figure out there. So yeah, it's very posable. It's got this cool arm, so you can, you know, put him in all kinds of crazy poses and make him look like he's doing cool stuff. And that's definitely why he is here. Definitely my favorite Sonic action figure I have. I have a couple others, but they just pale in comparison to this bad boy. So next, let's go over this. The Mania, here we'll move, oh no, things are falling apart. Okay, we'll move the poster, move the cartridge. The Mania statue, I've made like a couple of videos with this. Obviously there was the unboxing video where I unboxed the collector's edition of Sonic Mania back in 2016. Dang, no, that was 2017, not 2016. But still, even then, that's a long time. It's almost been 2 years since Mania came out. What the heck? Where has the time gone? Anyway, it's a beautiful statue. It's not the most high-end thing, but of course, this was given out to everybody who pre-ordered the game or wanted the collector's edition. And, I mean, besides the fact that it's a replica Genesis that Sonic here is standing on, it also makes the sound when you flip the on and off switch over here. I'll just zoom into that. You can see the on and off, and it plays a beautiful Sega chant sound effect. That is great. Definitely one of my favorite things, like, ever. I'm not lying when I say that this is one of my favorite things of all time. This is just a huge symbol of what I love, you know, Sonic, and it's just great. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe. This thing gives me a lot of happiness. It's really cool. Okay, next we'll talk about that Mighty poster. We're gonna have to move the statue out of the way. This is it's sort of a, I guess I could call it a replica. It's basically a copy of the Mighty the Armadillo poster from that episode of Sonic Mania Adventures. If you remember, in that episode, Ray the Flying Squirrel is looking for his friend Mighty, and I think he shows Knuckles this missing poster? I actually can't remember, it's been a while. And this is just like a copy of that, but it was officially released on the Sega Shop, and I picked it up when it was its cheapest, when it was going on a sale, because I wanted this, but it was kind of pricey for such a small poster. I love this thing, especially the obviously beautiful Tyson Hess art, and also the fact that it's Mighty the Armadillo. This is my only piece of Mighty merchandise. Hopefully soon that will not be the case with that Jakks Pacific thing that's coming out that has like Mighty and Ray. That's gonna be awesome. Mighty is such a cool character, and I hope to see him in future classic Sonic games. That would be amazing. I'm gonna put that over there, off camera for now. And next we'll go over this cartridge. So if you remember, or I mean, if you have the collector's edition, you know what the whole gimmick of this thing is, and also if you've seen my unboxing of the collector's edition, then you know what this is. This is supposed to look like a Genesis cartridge of Sonic Mania. Some people don't really love this because you could argue that, you know, Sonic Mania probably couldn't run on Genesis hardware, but it's like, who cares? It's adorable. I mean, would it have been cool if it was like a Sega Saturn cartridge? Yeah, probably, because it would make more sense in terms of like, I don't know, it might, like, Sonic Mania could probably run on a Saturn, maybe. It would have a better chance than the Genesis anyway. So, yeah, it's supposed to look like a Genesis cart, but the whole gimmick of this cartridge is the card, or the chip thing. So, as you can see, it kind of flops. The big reason for that is because if you pull on this, it's a tray, and inside is a nice gold ring. This thing is so dope. It's like actually metal. Oh! Fits, you know, in your hand pretty well. And you could just put it, you know, you could put it anywhere. It's perfect for just anything. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, this is definitely a really cool little piece of memorabilia. Also, some people might call me a cheater for having two Mania Collector's Edition pieces as separate entries. Whatever. I mean, they're really different. They're not like the same thing. So, you know, whatever. Sue me. And obviously, the last piece that you saw. This definitely makes a lot of sense. This is definitely like, this is like the symbol of my channel, and that is the 25th anniversary Tomy Sonic plush that I got all the way back in 2016. I remember being so excited for when all the 25th anniversary plushes were coming out, and I have a whole story about me searching the internet, you know, through and through, looking for just more images of these guys because I was just so excited, you know, new classic Sonic plushes. This guy looks amazing. This is just like the pinnacle of classic Sonic plushes for me. There are a lot of other good ones. You know, I think the Jazzwares one is pretty decent, and even the later Tomy stuff is good, but I think this is the best just neutral classic Sonic plush. And, yeah. One thing, as I've gotten, you know, as I've had this plush for a long time, I definitely have I now kind of have a thing that I don't really like about this plush anymore, and it's really simple, and it's just kind of a nitpick based on design, but Sonic's back spikes are just a little too small, and they're flimsy, and they feel like they're gonna, like, rip off someday. Which is unfortunate, because as you know, or as you should know, Sonic has pretty big back spikes here. Like, they take up most of his body. And I think it just would have looked better if they were bigger, and I wouldn't feel so unsure about these, because these are flimsy. They're not very well stuffed, and I think, you know, they could rip off one day. And that's just my one thing, is just, you know, the safety of this plush, but also, you know, just a little bit better accuracy, I guess. But other than that, this is literally my favorite plush of all time. This beats, you know, everything I've ever had. Like, this is legit. This will probably always be my favorite Sonic plush. And maybe I'm just biased. I don't know. I love this plush. It's great. It's, again, it's like the symbol of my channel. It basically represents this channel. It is the Sonic I use in all my videos. So yeah, it's amazing. I'm gonna try and put all that stuff back up in a nice position. This is gonna be terrible. Okay, we're gonna put that there. Put the cartridge there. Sonic. Oh my goodness, this is a mess. Okay, and then, oh no, please work with me for like 5 seconds. This is gonna be really quick. Okay, bam. And then, come on, Classic Sonic, get in there. There we go, that looks good. So yeah, guys, this is my top 5 pieces of Sonic merchandise of all time. Maybe I might make a list of modern Sonic merchandise, because again, this is all classic stuff, and I'm a little biased. So maybe I'll do a modern list eventually, you know, with modern Sonic stuff. So like modern Sonic plushes and like figures and that kind of thing. But for now, this is my top 5 favorite pieces of Sonic merchandise slash classic Sonic. Hey, dude, chill out. What's your problem, bro? We're trying to make a video. If you're new around here, why don't you subscribe and like this video if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, you can dislike, because I don't care. But I love all of you for watching, liking, subscribing, doing whatever, and enjoy your stay on planet Brobius, which is the planet you're on right now. But when you click off this video, you're going to leave it, unfortunately. Happy birthday, Sonic. I love you, man. Videos, I'm gonna do a quick update on just like video stuff. Videos are going to come out, guys, so, you know, don't worry. A thing that's happening really soon is, at the time of filming this, I am about to go on a trip to Hawaii, which is really cool. It's a trip that's really going to kickstart my summer, and I'm really excited. But by the time this video is uploaded, I'll probably be back home. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go play some Sonic games, and also work on my videos, because, you know, I have a lot of stuff in the works. So, yeah, I'm pretty busy, like, all the time. I'm gonna try and stream soon, so, yeah. Anyway, peace out, guys! Also, again, happy birthday, Sonic. I love you. It's true. I really do. I was hoping for the poster to fall over for the bit, you know, so I could, like, yell and be funny like I am in all my videos where I yell. Do you guys even like that? I don't. Well, actually, that's not true. I kind of do like it. I think it gives me a bit of a edge. Makes me kind of funny sometimes. I especially like the running joke with Amy, you know, where like, because the Amy plush, like her skirt is always like up. And, you know, I say, put your skirt down. That's a classic right there. Also all the stuff where I rhyme when I say knuckles, you know, like knuckle chuckle, chuckler, knuckler, you know, always wears the buckles, doesn't wear buckles, knuckles, duck knuckles. Yeah.